What's up? What's up, everybody? Wow, I got an echo. I swear, it's always an echo. Soon as I talk, when I talk loud, everybody got to hear me. But what's going on, everybody? What's up, everybody? I know y'all probably not used to this.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, is that Miss Maggie T? Is that her? What's going on today?
In
What's
the
going on,
flesh.
everybody? In the flesh. What's up, Asia Green, Joseph Thornton, Raheem DeVille? I see y'all. Let's go ahead and introduce who we got on the panel, as y'all already know who they are. Who you got next to me?
As y'all know, 6-man K style, aka the fat man, is in the building. You already know who it is.
All right. And who I got to the
Yeah.
below me right there? What's
Hey,
up with that Georgia
hey,
shirt? Got the
you know
right
what it
shirt
is.
on.
You know what it is. Marquise, Harlem home, always repping though. Coming to you from Cali, straight from the Mac town though, holding it down.
Okay,
Yeah,
Mactown. So I never even
yeah,
asked where you from. Okay, 'cause I
yeah,
know you
yeah.
in Cali, but it ain't where you normally
No,
reside.
I'm from
So
Macon. I'm Macon, baby.
okay. I was wondering how them Falcons
Yeah,
roots got into you. Okay.
yeah. 478.
All right. What's up, Noah? What's up, Marlon? How y'all doing? How you get one name on your thing? That's nice. I don't see that too much. Everybody always got two names alone.
Mhm.
Bobby Boy, what's up? How you doing? And Millie Mills, how y'all doing? Everybody, what's up? You seek, man, what y'all
Yeah,
got going on tonight? Y'all know it's just we ain't got nothing to talk about because it's a bye week, and y'all probably over there itching for some football, so you're
I'm
probably
choosing
looking for it.
for football.
mhm.
Football.
Oh yeah, we always putting it down no matter what. Look, we be down in the off season talking about Falcons. If y'all didn't know, shoot, this content
Yeah,
never stops. So you're gonna get bye week, you're gonna get all off weeks. Shoot, if we doing something else, we'll talk about the Hawks, Braves, whatever we got to do. We're gonna come on.
let's
Exactly.
get it. That's right. That's right.
Yes,
so
sir.
so we ain't really got no order going on. So go ahead, K Style. You got anything? I know you always have something you want to go ahead and jump in and talk about.
Oh man. Oh man. Let's. All right. Like I said, I did the show Thursday as far as talking about how did I feel about the season so far. This
Hmm.
definitely would be an opportunity to ask both you, Marquise, and Miss Maggie T, how have you felt about watching the Falcons, and what do you feel like they need to improve on in order to keep the consistency for this season to go?
Miss Maggie, I'm gonna let you go first. Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Eat the cake,
Well,
anime.
eat the cake anime. I can definitely see a lot more improvement in the offense. I can say I'm a lot happier with what I've been seeing. And I think that Kevin really kind of being missing is a little blessing. You know, it gives the opportunity for other receivers to kind of
Yeah,
get some looks. Because look, Kyle Pitts had a breakout game. It was his
right.
first 100-yard game. I think he had like 119 yards. Um, what's that? What's the other guy right now? I can't think of his name.
Cordell Patterson.
There you go. There you go. I mean,
Cordell. Yeah.
Cordell Patterson, I think he had like 114 yards, and if you can get Hurts and we can get a lot of these more players to get a lot more touches. Now, I don't know what's going on with Calvin Ridley. In the back of my mind, I'm feeling like Calvin Ridley is afraid of the pressure right now.
Mm.
Mm.
You the first person to ever put it like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I'm feeling because at first when he was the number two, he's showing out because he didn't have all that pressure. Even though Julio Jones was hurt, but he didn't get the title of okay, you got to be number one now. It was more like okay, we got to rely on you. The other guy's injured, but now that he's definitely the man that everybody's looking towards, it just feels like his shift don't change. Then it just to me, it just feels like
Hmm.
something to me personally, I feel like something is off with Calvin. Really, I don't know how you feel about that, but that's just how I feel in my heart. Because all those drop passes and things like that, it's like, come on, dude,
Hey,
Hmm.
you know
come
what they
on,
say
dude.
about pressure? It either bust a pipe or make a diamond. Right now, it's busting. Hey, he busting out the seam. So
You know,
I don't know. I think Calvin definitely got to step it up. It's a money year too, so you know, I mean, usually money's a motivator when nothing else ain't, and so he's gonna have to come with it. I think you know whatever situation he had that caused him to miss last game, hopefully you know that's all sorted out and his personal affairs are in order, so he can focus on football. And yeah, he come on with it because we're gonna need him at the end of the day. He is our best receiver.
and the reason
Drop
why I
passes
say
and all. I'm
that,
still
I mean, the reason why I said it, not to cut you off, it was the presser
good.
that Arthur Smith had, and the question was, how soon do you
Mm,
think Calvin really is coming? And to me, it just felt like he was avoiding trying to answer that question. And he
yeah.
even said something. He switched it up because first it was like personal matters when they first reported it. But when Arthur
Yeah.
Smith addressed it, he was saying more on the side of injury. I don't think he realized what he was saying. I was like,
Mm,
oh, I didn't know it was an injury, but he slipped up and said, you know, we give them, you know, them privacy, whatever's going on with them physically or something he was saying. I was like,
yeah.
is something really going on with him, or is he pulling the Julio Jones on the Falcons? That I
You
don't
know,
know.
it could be, you know, even though he said physically, you know, one of the big things that's been going on lately is mental health. You know, with that pressure, it could be some mental health issues. A lot of things could be getting to him. He mentioned need to step away and kind of reset. But that's an interesting take on it though, because yeah,
Yeah.
it's mm,
Yeah. Just by putting it that way, like I said, I know we've always said that being coming from the number one to the number two is a two totally different
It's two different
mindsets and
things.
expectations. So
yeah,
so now people are looking for you to be the leader of that group.
yeah.
Now, now, are we saying that if Calvin Ridley comes back, he's not going to be effective?
Oh
No,
yeah,
we
no.
want him to be effective, but I think it's more so of them trying to find that role for him as far as, like I said, he might not be the number one. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the slot in certain situations, or I'm gonna have him running certain different route concepts that fit him. Um, because if we look at this Falcons offense, a lot of the routes that Calvin really loved to run, which is those out routes, the corner routes, them
Yeah.
outside hitch routes, 10, 15 yards, they don't run a lot of those unless you're playing in the slot. So that's probably where his mentality is now. Is like, I have to adjust my whole game to this offense, which expects me to be a totally different receiver.
Now see what Mr. Lee said. Ridley's brother is kicked out the NFL. He is probably helping his family, maybe.
It could be. Like I said, anything could happen. Like I said, we ain't shitting on the guy. Like I said, if
Oh
he
no.
got family issues going on, they got to take care of. Hey, you got
And
to
I
take
think
care of that family first and foremost.
Triple G said maybe he's definitely dealing with some emotionally and like a mental type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Could be. You know, these players
Yeah.
do get a lot of pressure and it can be hard. It definitely can be. See what else we got in these
So with that, who do
comments.
y'all feel like stepped up out of the receivers? Because that's one thing I was looking at last game, trying to see like, okay, is it going to be Darby? Is it going to be who's going to be that's going to step up? Is it going to be Zacchaeus? Do y'all feel like anybody stepped up to kind of show like, hey, they're worthy of being a number two, a number three, or more playing time or anything?
I'm thinking it's more so the way that they're calling the plays and the way that it's like it's flowing is because we gotta look at Arthur Smith. Look like the way Arthur Smith and Dave Ragone likes to call their plays. They're tight end heavy, so they're trying to establish these tight ends to open it up for the guys on the outside. Because that's kind of what happened was you started seeing Kyle Pitts starting to get a lot of more targets in the middle of the field, but then all of a sudden now you start to see Tajay Sharp getting a few catches. You're seeing Olamide Zacchaeus getting a few catches. What it is they're working inside out.
Yeah. I think with that, I'm kind of curious to see if Pitt's going to be more the focus of the offense going forward because you kind of see he stepped up into that Julio role with some of the routes he was running, some of those posts and drag routes and things like that he was running. That was incorporating a lot of stuff that Julio used to do, those timing throws with Matt Ryan. So and he looked good. You know, he showed promise. as he should be number 4 overall pick. So I think Ridley might be. I kind of look at him, kind of compare him to like a Emmanuel Sanders, somebody that's a good receiver, but that's a complimentary receiver. That's not you don't really want that person to be your number 1, but if they have somebody that can be a compliment, then they're phenomenal. He's a great number 2, but you just don't want to be your go-to receiver all the time.
I think it's going to be a nice little duo with him and Patterson. I feel like because man, they kind of he's like all Patterson really needed was somebody to give him a chance. And he's definitely been showing himself lately. I feel like we're going to see a lot more from him, but I would like to see a lot more of Hayden Hurts. I would like to see my biggest concern, not even that, is the secondary. And I feel like they just tried out a couple of new players recently to kind of address that. I'm not happy with that right about now. So that's my biggest thing right now. I think I haven't heard anything else about it, but it's still a concern.
Oh yeah, and hopefully we get Sheffield back. I know they activated him from the injury reserve list. I think last week, a week before last, recently. Yeah. So hopefully during this bye week they get him sped up and acclimated and get him his condition and everything right, so he could come in. I mean, he ain't never really, he has the traits, but he haven't really produced as we expected and hoped. But it's a shot, because secondary defense, the whole defense, I think we need some more bodies,
Right. Yeah, then my bad.
I was gonna get to this comment. David Brentlin said Matt Ryan's success and his strength is having tight ends.
Yeah, like I said, that's where all of Matt Ryan's success come at. If you look at all the teams that went to the playoffs with the Falcons, like I said, even though you say he got Roddy White, but there was always a tight end that opened the middle of the field up. Like I said, you had a Tony Gonzalez. Well, I'm trying to think, 2008, who they had at tight end in 2008? I can't remember. But after that, they had Tony Gonzalez. You had Jacob Tammy, Austin Hooper. Now you got Kyle Pitts, Hayden Hurst. And like I said, and for what a lot of people would say, well, Matt Ryan doesn't have a strong arm. He never had a big arm like a Patrick Mahomes. That's not his game. His game is he has the game of a game manager, but he can make throws outside of just dinking and dunking all day. But in order for you to do that, you got to have the tight ends, and hey, that you need that security blanket, man.
Into this comment with Myron Jackson, with the brilliant mind of Arthur Smith in this offense, he's using various personnel, which is putting each player in positions to excel. It's becoming troublesome to the opposing defense. And I like that. And I like that the fact that Arthur Smith is making sure his players can play at any type of position. Like pretty much Patterson, he could be positioned on anywhere on the line and pretty much produce pretty well. So it's like, I like the versatility of a lot of our players. You got to use them right, basically. And we've been preaching that for a long time. And I love that Arthur Smith, even though it's hard to see it because everybody want to see wins. I like just seeing progression, Of course, I would love a win out of this, but anything that we in the red zone right about now, doing, scoring and things. So it's like he's driving us there, and he's changing the way that what you got your ear up for?
No, I'm about to say I want you to go ahead and say that thing again about the red zone right quick. I think I missed it. Hold on, wait a minute. What did you say about the red zone again?
Actually, they just had an article. I wish I could pull that up, but he's basically like, if y'all look at it right now, our record for the past 3 years, even though it don't look as great, but honestly, we're doing pretty all right about now.
Yeah, we're on par.
Yeah, on par could get better, but
we're on par to getting better, definitely.
But like I said, just think about this: the last 3 years, we done started off every season at least 1-5. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's still. I think you got to be realistic when you look at this team, especially the way it's structured with our salary cap, and have that's where the front office and the coach have to have foresight and not necessarily, a lot of the stuff we're doing this year may not show, it may not, we may not see the fruits of our labor this year, but they're trying to see, okay, who fits this scheme long term, who you can add value to this team, what can you do outside the position, is there any flexibility, anything like that. And one person that kind of Cordell Patterson, who's been lighting on fire, the only caveat potentially with that, and I don't want to get too far ahead, but is looking in the future is like, okay, well, is he going to price himself out of the Falcons? You know what I mean? Is he going to play himself where that next contract not going to be a $3 million team friendly deal? You know what I mean? So, and who to replace that playmaker with? Because he's a bona fide playmaker. You know what I mean? He's playing 3 different positions, So,
yeah. And the cap space, goes up next year too. So it's like, I think they just right now we're just playing it smart, like with these 1-year contracts that a lot of these players are getting. Honestly, we're getting rid of everybody from the old regime at this point. Like these contracts just fucked us up, So
yeah,
I definitely say moving forward. Of course, I do see improvement going into the season. I don't have a lot of high hopes, but I'm definitely want to see a lot more improvement. But going into the next couple of years, give them time. We're gonna be contenders before you know it.
Yeah, because remember, in order to really be a full, complete rebuild, you got to have the money to do it.
You got to have the money to do it. And everybody want a quarterback, but have y'all looked at the draft that's coming up? It's nobody that stands out to me right about now.
No, it ain't looking good. I mean, and plus also, it depends on our record. Even though you look at Pat Mahomes, look at Aaron Rodgers, look at some of those, Lamar Jackson, they all was in and around first round quarterbacks. So you don't have to have a top 5 pick, or it doesn't even have to be the first quarterback pick to be the best quarterback, because none of them was the first quarterback pick in their draft, and they all are like MVP and great quarterbacks that we would love to have. So it's still hope. It's still some light in the tunnel for us. But yeah, right now I think with the money situation, we got a long way to go. We got a lot of dead money in the cap, and if we can develop our talent. No, this Millie Mills tripping to my Desmond Ritter. I ain't trying to hear that. Desmond Ritter, he ain't the answer. That ain't the one, baby. That ain't it. I mean, he's solid though. I ain't gonna shit him. He's solid, but I still think we could win with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan has shown that he's still able to produce. He's not a mobile quarterback, but he can extend plays, keep them alive, and he still give us a chance. You saw what everybody wanted. Zach Wilson was on the Zach Wilson hype train. You see how he looked last week. With Zach Wilson can't even throw a bubble screen right. You know what I mean? Matt Ryan showing you like, he may not have an arm to throw a 60-yard bomb. Pitts had to wait on the deep ball. That's been his Achilles heel his whole career. But what he showed you is precision and quick decisiveness when it comes to reading the defense and getting that ball out of his hand to whoever needs to go to. So I think Matt Ryan still got some in the tank. As long as we build around him, we'll be good.
Yeah.
Defense, that's what we need.
Yeah, hey, I'm about to say that last little part again. You just said
defense. Always ask people, how many top 10 defenses have Matt Ryan played with? How many in his career? You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. And what happened?
No. I'll take that back. Two that I can think of, because I think that 2012 team had a top 5 defense. If I last remember, okay. Surprisingly, it did.
I know it ain't many. It ain't many.
It ain't that many.
Nah.
But yeah, like a man's over here, Marquis said. Yeah, man. Hey, this quarterback class looks absolutely garbage coming in this year, boy. I'm like, good Lord.
So I might as well hang on the mat for another year.
Exactly.
Unless we get a good one in free agency or something to go ahead and sit in the back. But look, we ain't gonna get one in the draft, not next year. But then again, like you said, a lot of those quarters get back and get down later on in the rounds too. Sometimes you get a little later on in the rounds. But it ain't gonna be the first.
And I agree, Mills. I see you. Felipe is not the answer. We're not going.
Yeah.
You're not expecting him to be the answer. Right?
No.
Actually, aren't they positioning him for something else? I forgot. I just did a report on it.
As a tight end. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
He might
that's
be
right.
our next right tackle. Put some weight on him. Put him on the line.
Is that hey, shit? He already got weight. He already damn near 240 pounds. Shoot, he don't no goddamn weight on him.
And we got a super chat. Go ahead and get this pulled up. Looks like I feel like next year we're going to be a problem. If not this year, Matt Ryan starting to look real comfortable in his offense. Numbers don't lie. You know, and I'm glad you mentioned Matt Ryan again. J-Rock mentioned, I don't know if anybody noticed. I really haven't paid attention. But if anybody noticed, Matt Ryan hasn't been wearing his glove lately.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something that he's trying, but it seemed like that glove done went off and you know, he busted more records and things like that. So maybe he's trying to switch his style of, you know, play up a little bit himself and trying something different. I mean, because Matt Ryan just always seems like he seemed like he gets along well with Arthur Smith. I can definitely say that. You can see that chemistry with them, that it's something is going on right there. So
yeah.
Oh, like I said, for people that said that, by looking at the 2012 Atlanta Falcons defense, it was 5th ranked in the league.
Okay.
It was 5th. If you go to let me see, what was that? I went to football db.com. No, not that one, but Pro Football Reference. Yeah, they said the Falcons defense in 2012 was a top 10 defense. So he had 2 of them.
Okay. 2-14. That's a
Speaking of defense, what y'all feel? Do y'all see any improvements? What's your thoughts on the defense right about now?
You know, I'm gonna shout out Mr. Lee. I saw he said something about Richard Grant reading the book of Ed Reed earlier. Had me rolling, which is true. I was looking forward to seeing, you know, Hawkins look good. He definitely showed up. You know, he showed he could catch. You know what I mean? That's one thing he could do. He got a little range to him. He could catch. I think we still got to get that defensive pressure. We got to get some that talent on the defensive line or something going. Maybe we could look at. I wouldn't even mind exploring. I know we don't have much money, but look at, you know, throwing some late round picks at some people who haven't really performed to their draft position at other places in the league during our bye week. That maybe we can do, you know, buy low, and maybe you can have somebody you know, come here and try to rejuvenate their career or something, because this ain't it.
Yeah. What you got, K-Styles?
You talking about defense wise?
Yeah.
I think I've referenced this all week. Tyler Davidson. Where are you? I swear. Look. I kid you not. Every time they announce Tyler Davidson as the starting defensive tackle for the Atlanta Falcons, I always be trying to look for him because I only see him like one play a game. It's like, what the hell going on? Yeah. That's what our problem. That's what our problem is defensively, is that you really don't have. You need a space eater. I like I said, if you noticed in that Jets game, they started using Mike Pennell Jr. a lot more. Later on down the line, later on in the game, you start seeing Mike Pennell eating up a couple of them blockers. You saw him on that screen pass. He's the one that chased down the damn running back, and he's the nose tackle.
Yeah.
And it's like you look at Tyler Davis's tape, it's like, what the f is you doing out here? What the hell you doing out here? Like you on the Stephen Mean side of the game. It's like you just out here for no reason.
Hey, you know, I don't care what they tell y'all, fellas. Please believe it. Size matters, okay? We need some hogs up front. Tyler Davidson ain't big enough. He ain't got enough ass on him. We need somebody with that boy from Georgia.
Some cornbread fed.
Real, because that's a big thing.
Hey, what'd you say? He need a Brazilian butt lift to stand out.
Hey man, he need to get see Dr. Miami or something. You know what I'm talking about? Right now, what he doing ain't real though. But we definitely need to get somebody with some hogs up front. Grady Jarrett always gonna be Grady, consistent, quick. He win with quickness, agility. That's his strength. But we need somebody to clog up, free up those blockers, free up those linebackers, excuse me, and take on 2 or 3 blockers. You know what I mean? So, if we don't go quarterback, we should definitely. I know we ain't trying to have too much draft talk, but
no, I mean, look, it's bye week. It ain't nothing. It's open game.
Yeah. It's bye week,
so it ain't shit to talk about.
We need to find somebody with some weight on 330 and up. You know, not BBWs, but BBMs.
And Wallace Smith said, I don't think Tyler Davidson is his last year with us, and I don't see us re-signing him back.
Well, I'll be there. I was surprised they even re-signed him back this year. I'm gonna be honest with you, because like I said, our problem with Tyler Davidson is when you're thinking of a run stopper or a run defender, you're thinking of somebody that's bigger than everybody else on the defensive line. Tyler Davidson is the same size as everybody. Actually, Grady Jarrett is actually bigger than him. And that's where the problem is.
Arthur Smith probably bigger than him.
He damn sure plays bigger than him, I tell you that much.
And Mr. Lee said the Atlanta Falcons need a nose tackle.
And for Asia Green, she said who Jordan Davis is.
Yes.
That's the dude that we all want in Atlanta right now. He's basically about 6'6", 350 that can move like a freight train. And I'm a Georgia Tech fan, and I'm looking at this shit like, God damn, where the fuck is who the hell is this? Where they built this mother off a farm or something, boy. What the?
Yeah, for real. But it made his ass on Madden.
Boy, please, boy. He could be on Madden. He could be on NFL 2K5, whatever, boy. Yeah. So that's kind of like Jordan Davis is really like the popular guy that everybody wants in Atlanta right now because, as y'all said about Arthur Smith and DPs and like the coaches that they brought in, they're changing the culture. They're slowly trying to change the culture, and the culture is they're trying to get away from it being a flashy offense. Yeah. We want to be more blunt and defense. That's what we want to be. That's where this team really needs to be. Because I could deal with a dominant defense and a mediocre offense. Well, I ain't gonna say mediocre offense, but just enough until you build up until you get that good offense. But I want that defense first.
And you know what? That Stone Decatur, I saw that comment. I'm not gonna say let's treat it like it's a cakewalk.
Hell nah. Miami ain't nobody no damn easy work. I'm gonna just be honest with you. It just wasn't no damn easy work. Remember, they beat the Titans. They beat the Titans the week before, and then remember the Titans were the AFC favorites coming into this year because of the Julio trade. Mm-hmm. Anything can happen, man.
That's why it's called Any Given Sunday, for real.
Exactly.
Yeah, give me a minute.
They just got, like I said, the main thing is you just got to take care of your damn business out here, man. That's what it's all about. This is why we say you gotta win the games you're supposed to win.
Yeah, for real. I mean, I'll be the first to admit, I know when I saw the Redskins, I was super confident. Oh, that's a dub. We're gonna spank them. They got who at quarterback, Hickey, whatever. I thought that was, next thing you know, man, I'm watching the game like, God damn, what the hell is this? Like, so we can't take nobody for granted, like you said. We got to come out, and if we're supposed to put our foot in the ass, we need to put our foot in the ass, like point blank, period. Like, we don't need to be like letting them lag around, hang around, whatever. We need to go ahead and do what we need to do. Realistically, I think our defense is the weakest part of our team right now, but they played pretty solid. So they've overachieved thus far, which is crazy because they really haven't done anything like consistently that make them be like, man, our defense is really, good. They have their moments, but I think we definitely can improve on it. And I think we need to add more talent to that side. Like I said, we could find some people, on the trade block or something, a little bit of nothing. I know we ain't got no cap space, not much of it, but we could find some additional help to come in and maybe, along that line or something, maybe a nose tackle, like Lee said, or something, to just free up some people, take some pressure, get some pressure.
Okay, so that I'm glad you said that, because that actually goes into a question I was just about to ask too. As we know, the Saints just recently released Desmond Trufant. Do you think it may be a possibility that they might bring him back?
You need to quit it, Skip. You need to quit it. hey man, like they say back in Macon, man, what you on, man? Dope or dog food, man? What you doing,
that was some good dog food right there, but that was a bit.
Hey, nah, man. I think we need to let Trufant stay where he at, man. Like, really, we got Fabian Moreau. I mean, yeah, he doing the same thing Trufant used to do. You know what I mean? Grab and hold. So he, he got his, he just need to switch his jersey number. But we still, I think we cool on the cornerbacks because Terrell gonna do his thing. Fabian Moreau is solid. He's not gonna be, no hell of a player. And I don't think the Saints released Trufant just, he's trash. He washed at this point. You know what I mean? He's getting released for a reason. They're not even a winning team, so they need talent. They need help. You know what I mean? So I think, I don't think he'd answer. Not Trufant, man.
Yeah. Only reason why I asked that because in the Twitterverse and all that stuff keep talking about we need to resign Trufant. I was just thinking like.
They said it in the chat not too long ago. I ignored that. I'm like, no, he's not coming back.
No, like, boy, ain't no way in hell.
Yeah,
you got cut by 3 teams for a reason.
That'd be a big mistake. Not Trufant. Yeah.
He said Matt Ryan is going to explode, but he needs another wideout because these defensive players want too much money. So I need the Falcons to trade for another wideout.
I think we have enough resources on offense. Yeah, our wide receivers are we're not deep by no stretch of the imagination. But one thing about Matt Ryan, on his tier, when you look at quarterbacks, the way I look at them is you have those that influence the game, that change the environment around them, like a Lamar Jackson or Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. Matt Ryan is not necessarily on that tier. He influenced the game around him. However, he's a tier, a notch right below, and he's able to make the talent work with what he got. You got to think, when we drafted him from Boston College, you can't name another receiver they had. You know what I mean? Like, they had a tight end, I'll never forget, named Pettigrew, who had a cup of coffee in Detroit, and that was it. You know what I mean? He was a blocking tight end. So then, this is not his first rodeo having subpar talent on the outside. I think this is really where, if Arthur Smith is supposed to be this offensive genius, he got to earn that paycheck. You got to show me. You got to draw some schemes up. You got to be able to do something to get your players open and play to the strengths of what we have. So,
and you just made an actual interesting point that me and my coworker was talking about today. It is a point that it made me realize something. Have you noticed when it comes to quarterbacks, it's always the quarterbacks that come from them big schools like Georgia, Alabama. I'm not throwing this in there. I'm just using this as a reference point. I'm just saying, like Georgia, Alabama, USC, like all those top schools like that never pan out in the NFL. But it's always the guys that coming from these like these schools that really don't get no attention.
It'd be the big hype about these players. That's really what it be.
Like I'll use an example. I'll use Patrick Mahomes for example. He came from Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Texas Tech is used to losing all the goddamn time, and Patrick Mahomes didn't have the greatest record at Texas Tech.
Yeah, for real.
Lamar Jackson, Louisville. Like I said, Louisville's been a decent program, but it's not like they're that elite program.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, he was the program when he was there.
Exactly.
Look at Marquise.
Look, Josh Allen came from Wyoming. Who the fuck knows what? We know of the state, but who the fuck goes there?
Other than Kanye, nobody. You know what
exactly.
That's it.
They go another Trufant. Talking about we might as well bring them back. Still, we still paying them. I know we put paper in his pocket.
Shoot. He ain't got to start. He ain't got to start. He can play.
Put him on the practice squad. Put him on the practice squad.
Yeah, hey, remember that money we owed you? You finna earn it now, bro. That's how we need to be.
Man, look, man. Nah, it's over with. Nah, not true. Not true. Not that guy.
And Jarvis Baldwin said, I said we should trade Calvin Ridley. Let's not sign the receiver that put that money towards the defense or a solid off his alignment.
But trade him for what though? Because if we trade him, what is his trade value? What do you think you're gonna fetch for? I mean, the rest of the league see what we see. You know what I mean? We're not the only ones privy to this. It's not like we like this and behind the scenes. Like he doing this in front of everybody. Everybody know like, he don't like to be touched. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's the one.
They need to take him and get him some hits. He need to just go out there on the field. Like, all right, really, we finna throw some shit at you. You need to get hit a couple of times, get bounced around. Just that's why they
need to let these kids start back bullying. See what happened? Y'all get rid of the bullying. Motherfuckers feel like they forget what it feels like to be touched. They all say, "Oh, don't touch me."
Oh God. I don't want to play no more. He touched me in the neck.
Yeah.
Really?
I said they will be focused on the defense moving forward. Also, don't sleep on the Rosen.
Oh, I'm snoring. I'm definitely snoring. I'm what? Hey, melatonin, baby. Where is that?
Yeah. That's not a long-term plan right there with Rosen. I mean, like I said, the reality of it is they just needed a backup quarterback that wasn't making $10, $12 million a season and Matt Sharp, so they needed somebody to back up that got some NFL experience. But like I said, eventually the next quarterback will come. Like I said, like I'm a Desmond Ridder guy from Cincinnati. I've always
you like Ridder too?
I'm a Ridder guy, bro. I'm a Ridder guy. Like you said. Because the reason why I like Desmond Ridder is if you look at the offense they run at Cincinnati, it's very similar to what the Falcons are doing now, as far as the dual tight ends and not really having that big name receiver. But he's operating that with efficiency right now. So they like that might be your quarterback of the future. I'm just gonna let these folk know now. And for the people that don't like the fact that Matt Ryan don't run, he does that too. So y'all got this whole world.
I like Matt Corral. You know, he's undersized, but he got a nice little arm on him. He can move a little bit. But really, I think we should punt this season. And I even worry about quarterbacks. You go to get Jordan Davis. And the next season, when the boy Bryce Young come out from Alabama, I know you're talking about the Alabama quarterback not doing that. Bryce Young is mighty damn good. So, hey, man, we'll see. We'll see, though.
Let's see here. I think it might be time to go ahead and open it up to the fans. What you think about that, K Styles?
Oh, go ahead. But we got some parameters this time. That's
why I'm here. Make sure we put some order up in here.
We're not gonna have a disaster like we had Monday. The thing is, come on, even if you disagree with what our mindset is, have respect for the platform. Have respect for the people that's up here. And we only gonna do one at a time, so it ain't gonna be no big ass group. So what I realize is when there's a whole group of folk, everybody like to show the fuck out. So go ahead, Miss Maggie. Go do the damn thing.
Yeah, Monday was wild. That's why Miss Maggie here to put some order on this thing because look.
Hey, look, I was about to say, with Miss Maggie T here, they gonna be more worried about flirting with your ass than trying to goddamn show the fuck out.
Oh, whatever.
Shoot him.
Monday was crazy. It definitely was. So let's go ahead and get these fans on. Like I said, one at a time, a couple of minutes to get on, get your spiel, and then you getting off. I mean, if you're gonna be out here and hanging out like this, bankhead I can't even think of the show.
They had a Cascade or something, huh?
Yeah, out there in Cascade or something.
Yeah.
This ain't the hangout. Get off. That's what you need to
JR,
do.
JR Crickets and shit.
So we're going to go ahead and get the fans in here. Y'all come on and jump on. Of course, one at a time. You know, it's bye week, so we need to know your opinions about the season in the second half, even though it's an early bye. I hate early bye weeks because after this, we ain't going to have no breaks. We got a whole stretch coming on, but I say we're doing a lot better, so I'm not worried about it. I think we're gonna do all right. But I want to hear some of the fans what they have to say. Go ahead and jump on that stream link that you see there. You look a hot mess. Come on, Asia, you can hide your camera.
Man, come on, man.
You ain't got to be on camera. You can hide your camera. We would love to hear them. Exactly. Look.
Better not bring your kids.
Yeah.
Some of these comments as we waiting on some fans to hop on. Go ahead and click that link though. K-Styles, you have brought better energy tonight. Oh, see, look at that. You improving.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Give my man his flowers. That's right. Give him his flowers.
The problem was my energy was good until somebody tried to take over. And then all of a sudden I just went bad.
Oh man.
So
that's why Miss Maggie is here.
That's why she's here, because a lot of people don't know it. Everybody expect Mad Mike to be Mad Mike, but K-Styles got that side of him too. So that's why I'm feng shui all the time.
So I'm the peacemaker. I'm the peacemaker in this thing. So it's like, y'all ain't finna show out on my show. That's what you're not gonna do. So where these fans at? Y'all better come on up in here. But let's see. I see something from Raj Patel. He said, do you think Dean Pea's style of coaching is appropriate for the current style of NFL offense, or do you think we need to give it some time?
He said Dean Pea's defense. He said coaching style for defense. I mean, yes, because he has the experience. You have to remember, he has coached some great players. So he knows the expectations that he wants for certain guys. You have to think about it. Dean Pease has coached with the Patriots organization, championships. He has coached with the Ravens.
Yeah.
Always in the top 10 for a reason. He's a good mentor for like young defensive players. And like I said, he only elevates people. But the thing about it is you got to want to elevate yourself. Because if you don't,
you got to look at who we got. And you got to look at who we got right about now. You got to look at the weapons we got. You know, you can work with what you got. I mean, we come on now.
Exactly.
we expecting crystal results with Boone's phone budget. You know what I mean? Product out there. You know what I mean? We ain't got no
exactly.
The talent, you know, we talent deprived. You know, we got some people in certain roles, but overall, we ain't got it. So he doing what he got. He doing what he can with what he have. I think once we start adding, once more talent is infused into this defense, you'll see better results, more consistent results. It's just gonna take time. You know, it takes a village.
Exactly. Hey, I like that analogy you use too, because I was gonna say they want Ace of Spades goddamn results, and only thing we got to serve is some damn Taka and Wave.
Everclear. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. They want some. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, oh Lord have mercy, boy, this ain't gonna work.
All right, we got somebody about to jump on.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. Got our first guest now. Of course, let you get your feel on. You know, you can stay on until we get somebody else to jump in here. But let's go ahead and get your opinion. Go ahead and put you on the stream. How you doing, Maurice? Or Morris? How do you say your name?
Maurice. Hello.
Hello. You might want to check your microphone. Are you there?
I guess go ahead and put him back in the green room until he said he ready. I don't hear nothing.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah. Like I said, y'all come on ahead and like I said, chat it up with
him in the back. I'm gonna tell him to check his audio. Anybody else? Come on, jump on. Don't be scared now. It's Friday Night Madness. It's time where you get your feel in, get your talk on. We want to hear from the fans tonight. Come on and bring it. Maurice, when you're ready, let me know.
He messy. It be your own people.
Hey, like I said, I want to give a shout out to the King over here. He a Seahawks fan. I know they kind of going through it right now. I mentioned it yesterday that Russell Wilson's out for a little while. So
I heard about that. His finger.
Yeah, them busted that finger on Aaron Donald's helmet. Like I said, everybody that hits Aaron Donald's helmet end up being out for some time for some reason. I'm just saying.
They got Geno Smith. They're gonna be all right. It's Geno.
They should be all right. I don't think they're gonna get the big plays like they're used to getting, but they're gonna get enough of those intermediate to short passes to be all right. But we got a question right here. I want to answer this. Deontay Walker said, "What do you think about the idea of Arthur Smith using Felipe Franks like Taysom Hill in the Atlanta offense?"
You better use him for other shit. Able to be the quarterback.
Right. Hey, I'm about to say that's an interesting wrinkle too. I mean, it's just one of those cases where you like the athleticism that Felipe Franks bring as far as him being a big body like that. Had him try a new position. Like I said, that's how Taysom Hill damn near made $21 million in a contract last time. Just being one of them guys.
And you know what? It would be smart because, like you said, we're dealing with cap space and everything else. We might as well see what we can get out of these players in different positions sometime. I'm a little bit just to see what we can get out of some other players because, a lot of these players, you got to think about it. A lot of these players might have not even been in this position before when they were starting in high school, leading into college on out. So a lot of these players don't play in different roles at some point in their time. So it's like, let's see what we can get out of this little, Value Village team. You know what I'm saying? We got to try everybody damn out for something. Right. But let me go ahead and see Maurice is ready to jump on. Let's see if he's ready. You ready? Hello.
1 2 1 2 testicles 1 2 3 testicles 1 2 3.
No,
I don't think he's ready yet.
I think he's having some issues. Okay.
Yeah. But I want to hit this comment up. And I want to give a shout out to Let's Get It GA. A 2K baller rec game guy. Y'all make sure y'all show him some love over there. He said, I get what y'all saying on the offensive end. Kyle Pitts has had his breakout game. It is Arthur Smith's job to put him in the best position to be successful, which is putting him in space. And yes, that's definitely. I said,
give him that opportunity to create after the catch, where instead of every time he catch the ball, they got to be contested. You put him in space, let him use that 4-4, use them legs, you know what I mean? Hey, that's why we got him here because he's supposed to be a threat. So he it's definitely it's on Arthur Smith, no pressure.
Right. Yeah. That's what we have been waiting on. We wanted to see him kind of utilize those tight ends and stuff. So yeah, it's a work in progress. Like I said, as long as the offensive line shows consistency to hold up and give them time to do stuff like that, then you could see you basically see what you did Sunday.
Yeah. Cedric Murphy said, can Matt Ryan still throw a deep ball?
Oh,
plot twist, Cedric. He could never throw the deep ball, but he's a hell of an intermediate quarterback. You know what I mean? 25 yards and in. That's been his bread and butter his whole career.
I mean, if you actually looked at the deep ball pass, has actually been there. Like if you looked at some of the passes, the receiver had to stop just a tad bit. But for what I was looking at, I have to ask him what does he consider the deep ball? Does he consider the deep ball 40 plus yards, 50 plus yards? Now, if you're looking at that as a deep ball, that's never been his game. He could get it every now and then, but it's not a consistency. See, I think the problem is when we look at guys like Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, like these guys, they're known for deep ball throwing. They throw that bitch 50, 60 yards with no problem. But we have to show we have to show appreciation for guys that may not throw that deep ball like that. Because I actually had a chart here. Did you know Matt Ryan threw like the 4th most deep balls in the NFL last year?
So I think what the biggest issue is with the Matt Ryan critics when it comes to the deep ball is the trajectory and how you throw it. He puts a lot of air up under it.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily where, it gives the defense so much time to make up, and a lot of times receivers do have to slow up and all that.
Right.
I'm a big Matt Ryan supporter, Matt Ryan enthusiast. I definitely believe that he's still, our best chance of winning. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback. But that has been one area of his game that has always lacked. He's always put a lot of air up under it. But like I say, intermediate, outside the edges, in the middle of the field, he can do it. He can put that ball where it needs to go, about 25 yards in. That's your quarterback. That's your guy. As long as you give him a pocket or some kind of, whatever. Yeah, he can make it happen. He can read the defense. He can do a lot of things that come between the ears. That a lot of these quarterbacks, you look at people with strong arms. Like I say, look at Zach Wilson last week. He had one of the strongest arms in the draft. How'd it look? You know what I mean? Hell, like I said, he can't throw a damn screen, let alone a deep ball, which, what I mean? So, and granted, he's a rookie. He's going to go through his hard times. But when you look at overall plays of an offense, of a game, if you run 40 or 50 plays, you may only take 4 shots a game, maybe. A lot of the majority of the passes, the bulk of the passes, when they do 20 to 30 passes attempts, it's going to be intermediate, mid-range, and short. You'll have some deep shots that are by design, but for the most part, it's going to be intermediate to that mid-range.
Yeah, but like I was
someone in the back trying to jump on. Go ahead.
Let's do it.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like when it comes to those deep passes like that, see, you don't want to have a habit of trying to throw 8, like 5 to 10 deep passes a game. Don't know NFL offense does that. But what you want to do is you want to have that threat. Okay, if they know that Matt Ryan is throwing these short to intermediate, that's why those deep balls are getting more open the last few weeks now, because they're seeing Matt Ryan dump it off intermediate. So it's like, okay, we don't respect his arm, and then that's why you're seeing a lot of those. That's why you're seeing a few of those Cordero Patterson, that Cordero Patterson deep post against Washington. That's why you saw Kyle Pitts catch that deep ball last week.
Yeah,
because it's all about you gotta set the deep pass up. It's not gonna be one of those things where he's throwing 12 deep passes a game. Ain't no way in hell that's gonna work in the NFL. Like I said, why the hell you think a baseball team doesn't have a whole bunch of home run hitters? Because it's a possibility they're gonna strike out a lot because they want to hit the home run.
All right, we're gonna try this one more time, one more again. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and bring Maurice back up on here. How you doing, Maurice?
Okay. Testicles 1, 2, 3. Testicles 1, 2, 3.
I hear you loud and clear.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Perfect. We hear you too now.
Not too much today. Nice recovery day for me. Went fishing this morning and all, and didn't catch anything, but doing good.
That's
hey,
relaxation.
Next time you go fishing, Maurice, hey, check out Publix, man. You can't miss.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Got me on to speak my mind, so to speak. So I was saying earlier that we should I think Calvin Whitley was saved this year. I actually think that they were going to get rid of Calvin Ridley back during the draft, but news of Julio wanting to leave, they had to keep him.
Interesting.
I like that.
Why do you think Julio wanted to leave?
I didn't think about it.
And
like that.
the other thing is that in the draft we would have gotten at least a first round pick for him, but since who left, we have to keep him and make sure that we have at least a chance of having a number one receiver.
That's valid. That's logical. You know what I mean? What do you think
And
about?
I would like to see him. I actually like to see him traded before the trading deadline. We have found that
trade him?
Pitts is what has been advertised as being a great receiver. So it's time to get rid of Ridley. Can we get a first round pick for him? No, maybe not. Because he doesn't fit the scheme.
Okay. I get where he's going at with this, because he's pretty much saying trade him, get something before he goes into free agency instead of just letting him walk for nothing. Am I right?
Yeah. Because he's this square peg trying to force himself into a round hole. The scheme is it shows. He feels, I see when I look at the games that he feels like he's out of place. He's not smooth. He's not fluid. Like last year, he was gliding like a gazelle, but now he's clunky.
Yeah.
He's not fitting the scheme like Patterson is. Patterson is like silk when it comes down to it. He's silky smooth. So and with the game Ryan had this last game, do we actually need him?
I mean, if we trade Ridley, do you think that what do you think that signals for the season? Is that a punt for the season? Are we saying we're tanking? Are we not trying to win no more? What do you think kind of impression that sends the locker room and the fan base if you trade the number one receiver?
Yeah, that's very interesting. You still there, Maurice? You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah, what you think? What you think about that question that Marquise asked you? But
difficult
some issues again.
That's
all good.
Ooh.
Yeah, because that is kind of a difficult proposition right there. Because that actually kind of went into, you actually kind of hit a portion of what my question was going to be as well. What do you think that it was for Calvin? Really, is it more so of the mind? Is the mindset of it? Now, this is one thing we don't talk about as far as transitioning from being Robin to Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think he having some issues again.
Another thing with the mindset that actually Maggie talked about is the interview. Walter Smith, he talked about soft individuals. You know what I mean? Not having soft.
I think Ridley could handle being a number one receiver, but not on this team. Not with the scheme the way it is.
Well, do you think that the scheme is still being developed?
He's too spooky for crossing patterns. Everything that he his skill set is outside, post and other stuff like that. Everything on the outside, anything on the inside, he doesn't thrive to. He can't catch. He doesn't seem to catch the ball when he goes across the middle, and when he does, he's always just scooting down.
So what do you think about possibly devising a
So yeah, I
game,
mindset. Yeah,
I think.
nope.
I, I think you have him delay.
He
I'm
ain't set.
have
He
to
ain't
cut you off a
set
little
to
bit,
be a number
Maurice.
one in this offense.
I think there's a big delay, Maurice. Unfortunately, it's like I think your audio is kind of
Hello,
coming in a little short. Yeah, it's so I'm gonna have to. It looks like you're delayed. You want to try to come back?
hello.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
he's having some issues.
Hey,
So
hey.
we're gonna try this again. We're gonna try it again. Sorry about that, Maurice, but your audio is like in and out, in and out, in and out. So and I'm gonna go ahead and get to some of these comments about what he had to say. And apologize for that, Maurice. It's just your audio is kind of in and out. Apologize. Let's see. And it said, but we don't know what's going on with Ridley with his personal matter that is bothering. Just so let's see what happens after this bye week. You know, we're not writing Ridley off at all, and I think he's definitely just need to just come in and get more comfortable and confident in himself at this point, because you got to think about it. New coordinators, new coaches, and everything else. It's all new. It's all new for him. So I don't say trade Kevin Ridley at this point. But I would definitely like to see a lot more improvement from him, and so he can be that number one. Because we still need him. We definitely still need him.
Right.
But we got other weapons out there where, you know, Arthur Smith going to utilize everybody at this point, and I'm happy to see that.
Right. And hold on, here's a comment here that pretty much what we're basically saying. This is Philip Faye said. So what y'all really saying is really is having trouble adapting. Yes. Yeah, that's what I think personally. Like we just said before. There's certain guys that can be good number twos, but when you put them in that number one role, then it becomes a whole different reality. We Falcon fans know this personally. I'm finna say a name here that's going down the same road. Peerless Price. Because in Buffalo, he was the number two behind Eric Moles and putting up big numbers.
Yeah.
But when he came to Atlanta and became that number one, you didn't really see that. Now, Calvin really is a way better receiver than Peerless Price. This is what we're talking about more so the mentality of that switch. Because like I said, you have to be the tone setter now. When they're looking for third downs, when they're looking for a play that need to be made, you're the first guy that's going to be looked at. And if you're dropping passes in critical situations, which is if they need a third down and 5 and you dropping slant passes 1 yard short and vice versa, the issue comes down to is, are you mentally ready to take on that role?
So I got a question for y'all. How about this?
Money price.
How much of the onus goes on Arthur Smith though? Like if you know your star player or your best receiver is maybe he's not a possession receiver, a big body possession receiver that can go across the middle. Maybe he is one of the best route runners in the game. Why not put him in a position to excel, set him up for success instead of failure? Does Arthur Smith take any of that, or is it just like, well, we want to force this round peg to go in a square hole?
I'm gonna say Arthur Smith kind of gets a little bit of a blame on that as well. Because I really feel like with this offense and how they run this offense, Calvin is better suited in the slot. Because if you notice that when the Falcons are in those 3-4 wide receiver sets, you notice that the slot receiver runs the routes that Calvin Ridley loves to run, which is those outs, those flags, those outside hitches and stuff. So like I said, it's just one of those things where they're looking for Calvin to have that number one mentality, that guy to set the tone, and he's not doing it right now. So put him in a position to where, like I said, you got some teams in the end of it. Hell, look, I'm gonna use this as an example. Look how the Patriots ran their offense. Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, main guy, and these motherfuckers was running out routes and slants all day from the slot.
All day.
So this might be one of those things where Calvin really might just have to be that kind of slot receiver. Now, the issue is going to come down to is when Russell Gage comes back, what do you do with him? Because like I said about Russell Gage has the mentality of a receiver that Arthur Smith wants, but he's too damn small for what he do. Like I said, he ain't a Steve Smith. Now, Steve Smith was small and he was a dog, but he put it all together and was dominant. Yeah. Russell Gage is not that. So, like I said,
Smith was short. That joker wasn't small. He was short. Exactly. But he was. I feel what you're saying, though.
Yeah. So so Calvin Ridley, like if he comes back, I would expect Arthur Smith to put him more into that slot receiver role. Like I said, let him work what he knows how to work.
Yeah, I think yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be interesting to see when Calvin really come back. It's going to be interesting to see when Russell Gage come back because we haven't had our full arsenal of receivers this year yet, you know. Right. So I think once everybody, you know, get acclimated to the system, really still a dog. We're not trying to say, you know, really isn't capable of performing or showing that he can be a number one receiver, but thus far, these 3 or 4 games he played, he hasn't displayed that. But we do know what he's capable of. We do know he is silky smooth. He got the route running down pat. He can break ankles. He getting off press. You can't, you know, he has decent speed. You know, he's not necessarily a burner, but he can get open. You know what I mean? So he has the ability, but can he put it all together and be productive?
Exactly. I definitely agree with that. Jordan Denani said Arthur Smith has a tough convincing would really let him know that he won't be the number one, but he will put him in position to succeed. And we have to remember this offense really doesn't have a number one receiver. We got to remember that it's not based on who's the number one receiver. It's going to be based on who the hell is open.
Yeah,
and this is why you've seen Matt Ryan's kind of like yards per attempt is so low because it's not forcing anything. It's not trying to force anything. It's basically just okay. You're open, boom. Okay, you're open, boom. Oh, you're definitely open, boom, right there.
Yeah.
And that's what this offense has been. It's just been okay, give it to the open guy. This is what a lot of older quarterbacks do when they get older. They get put in these situations to where I'm just going to throw to the open guy. I'm not finna force it to Kyle Pitts. Exactly. I'm not finna force it to Calvin Ridley. I'm not finna force it to Alameda Zaccheaus. I'm not forcing it to Cordell Patton. I'm going to take what the hell I see.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I think also the biggest thing is you look at how this team has been structured the past 14 years with Matt Ryan. Yeah. It's been an offensive heavy team. When I say offensive heavy, it's meaning that the majority of our salary, you know, the salary cap has been used on the offensive side. So could this be a change of the guard? I think this is a pivotal moment for the Falcon franchise that this offseason we have some people that need to be re-signed. You know, whether it's Caleb McGarry, we got Lindstrom coming up, we got Ridley. You know, are we going to continue to make offense the number one priority and make that where they're the largest piece of the salary cap is going to the offense, or we would shift that to the defensive side and try to instill some inject some talent on the defensive side and use some of that money and resources to bring some talent in here.
Right. Yeah, like I said, I definitely put money into the trenches. That's the number one thing you got to do is put it in the trenches on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, for sure. Well, on offense, now they've tried. You know what I mean? They've tried on offense. There's been some, you got some mixed results. But I think the defensive side of the ball definitely because who besides Grady, like who on the defensive line? You know what I mean? Like, you know, what we doing? You know?
We've seen who else on the defensive line, and that's why we complain about getting his ass up out of here.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get another guest on. Maurice gonna try to come back next week. He's having some internet issues, but let's go ahead and bring on Tev Sports.
This is my people's right here. Tev, what's going on, man?
What's up?
Hey, man, what you got for us, man? What you got for us?
Man, what he was saying, I think you should keep Ridley. You know, this is first year being our number one. I feel he need to have that breakout game, just like Calvin Ridley had. I mean, not Calvin Ridley, Cal Pitts had, for him to start getting more comfortable in the offense. Because he haven't been having bad games. He just had a couple of drops here and there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, like I said, we kind of definitely agree. Hold on.
I think he having some issues. You all right?
You all right over there, man? You ain't getting kidnapped by Dirk Cutter, is you?
Nah, I ain't getting kidnapped. I hope not.
Yeah, definitely something going on.
But no, I agree with you though. He's not having bad games, and I don't feel like we should trade him or anything like that. I just feel like he just needs a little bit more time to adjust a lot more.
Right.
Yeah,
Because I think what's really happening as far as and Marquise said this earlier. Like I said, this is a contract year for him, and like you said, in the back of his mind is he's thinking like, okay, I gotta ball out this year so I can get this money, get this damn contract. And what's happening is now you're seeing that being added with a new offense, a new mentality on offense, and it's like everything is not clicking. But like I said, Calvin really, for whatever happened with him, like I said, hopefully he got it all out the way, because we want to see Calvin Ridley sit here and be Calvin Ridley, be the guy who was on pace to have more touchdowns than Julio Jones did. We want to see that guy.
For sure.
I think we're going to see that guy, because especially when you start to see these other players step up. Arthur Smith always been pitching competition, next man up, who the better man in this, so it's like, I think he's probably, whatever he's dealing with, he's seeing all this and he's seeing all the talks out there. He's going to come back out here and prove himself. I can say that, or at least try to.
But if Calvin really come back out the next game and have about 200 yards on y'all asses on Miami, boy, this shit going to be funny as hell. But yeah.
You got to look at maybe this bye week and him missing London. Maybe it's a blessing for him right now. Just kind of regroup himself a little bit and think about it. What you got, Tev? You bet over there now?
Yeah. I hope. I don't know if I'm still getting kidnapped or not. But I feel he just need to have that breakout game as our number one. That's what I really feel. And I feel like since he's seen Kyle Pitts have a good game, like, I don't know if K Styles said it, Mike, he'll feel more better that all the pressure is not on him as he think it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely what we've all been saying. You just, like I said, you just want to kind of don't put it all on him, but you want to have him involved enough. So yeah, definitely that's kind of what everybody's been saying, Tel.
He said, Andrew G said, I have confidence in really as a number one when he turns up field and runs forward, side to side and everything.
Now, this is one aspect of Calvin Ridley's game that he needs to work on is the moonwalking. He got a turbo from breaking mentality when it comes to contact. Now, like I said, that aspect he needs to definitely work on. He's a good damn receiver, but y'all didn't catch that. Like I said, do I need to bring up the highlight reel of all his the Kansas City game where he had a touchdown and then ran to the sideline? That's his issue right now. I think
this Miami game would be good for him though, because y'all remember back to training camp. We had the Dolphins or preseason. We practiced. We had a couple practices with the Dolphins and scrimmages, and them guys.
He was.
These are known commodities. He's not gonna face nobody. I definitely think he got confidence. He should have confidence in himself anyway, but he will have more confidence knowing like these are the same guys. I gave these guys that work. They know what I'm about. They about to get this business. You know, what I mean, they ain't got nobody over there can stop me. They got highlights all on Bleacher Report and everywhere else of Calvin Ridley cooking them guys. So I think this would be a good game for him to come back and exert his will and show what he made of. You know what I mean? And silence all the critics. You know what I mean? And have everybody be like, "Hey, get off my back, man." You know he ain't finna mess his money up. He ain't gonna phone the check.
And what Millie Mills said, as a wide receiver, those drops take a bigger toll on you mentally, though.
It damn sure do. Because it's always like, damn, I just dropped this one. Now you thinking about the last one, and this is where your mental toughness comes into play. Because it's like, okay, I dropped it, fuck it, let me go and catch it. Then boom, another one happens. Like,
yeah. So I mean, yeah, definitely. Like, you know, it takes a toll, but that's where being professionals. You know, these guys not only see masseuses, they see therapists on the regular. You know what I mean, for their mental health, to help them get through whatever roadblocks they may have mentally and challenges. So that's something that, you know, that's structured part of being franchised. They already got that, you know, so I think he should be straight. You know what I mean? Definitely should be straight.
Right.
Side to side.
Getting my stuff from side to side.
Hey.
I'm in the club, posted up. Got my blood in my mouth, in his fingers, then I'm going to say I'm kicking my body from side to side.
And Nalim Freeman said really could be using screens more, and he could scare off those if we can catch those overly aggressive defensive slipping. Oh Lord.
I mean, the one thing, like I said, the one thing about Arthur Smith and that offense, like I can see what he's saying. Because I don't know if Dave Ragone kind of has like a little say in it. Because that's kind of what Dave Ragone like with what he did in Chicago was they did run a lot of those type of screens. So like I said, there's a percentage of this playbook we still haven't seen yet. That's what a lot of people don't realize. We haven't seen this whole offensive playbook yet. You've only just seen a little bit of it.
Yeah, he cracking it open just a little bit. I don't think we ain't getting everything right about now. Mm-hmm. And prove it. Nobody's saying Trey Julio. I mean, Ridley.
I think he's talking more to the people in the chat than us.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about no Trey and Ridley.
Yeah, he talked to the people in the chat. It ain't. They said.
What's up, Robbie White? What's going on? What's up? I know they ain't used to seeing Maggie on the screen. You know, I be in the back, but you know, Mr. Mad Mike ain't here today. He ain't feeling
shout
well.
Out to Mad Mike. He, like I said, he take care of some stuff. He ain't feeling too well. So, like I said, y'all show some love for Mad Mike.
Get well soon, brother. Get well soon.
Well soon, man.
Rest up.
Sick, Kevin, really. But let's go ahead. What you got, Ted, before we anybody else? Y'all come on, jump on this stream.
Yeah, come on.
It be a gang of folks, but now y'all scared to talk to that.
See, I think what the issue is because Mike be on, everybody wants to upstage Mike. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's right. Rest him at Mike. Yeah, he'll be back though, y'all. Y'all just give him, you know, show your love.
He just needed a day off. Like he said, hey, it happens.
Sure. Even the Lord needs his rest.
Exactly.
You got any last minute words, Ted, before we get to the next?
How y'all feel about us going to this next part of the schedule? I think the bye week is gonna be good for us, or since it's so early, it might be bad for us. Well, it's not having a deep roster and injuries, they do happen.
I mean, technically, this is supposed to be an easy schedule, technically, and we're getting better by the game. I don't like early bye weeks, but if we utilize all our other weapons, where not everybody's getting wore out and exhausted by the end of the season, I think we'll be all right. Y'all got to play it like how what's his name? Coach at the Hawks did. He had injuries, he had everything, but he utilized his player, Nate McMillan. Everybody get an opportunity. We just don't have to play the field. Go
We
ahead.
got some tough games coming up. We got Cowboys. I hate to say it, but they do look okay. I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna say good. They do look okay. Saints do look okay. It just
We ain't worry about
we
James.
got no game coming up after the Miami game. Then we got the Panthers, Saints, and the Cowboys after Miami.
I want them Cowboys because I don't know anybody saw that season last year.
Yeah.
I want them bad. I know
Oh.
we gotta fight our divisions and win that, but man, Cowboys on my radar right about now.
Okay. So Tev, you was talking about the next stretch again. So what we're looking at Miami, we're looking at Carolina, New Orleans, Dallas Cowboys, New England Patriots, Jacksonville Jaguars. So that's the next 6 games right now. It's just gonna be more so they need to have that consistency. That's the next step now is the consistency. Like I said, we 2-3 right now. Really should be at least 4-1. But like I said, this is what we talk about. They have to, if they're playing well, they have to play for 60 damn minutes. It can't be 55 minutes and 45 seconds. They gotta play for 60 damn minutes here. This is why the Falcons are 2-3 right now, because they haven't played 60 minutes of football. But like I said, you have to take care of your business one game at a time, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, Miami ain't no cakewalk. That's not a cakewalk.
Ain't nothing a cakewalk with these
Ain't
Falcons.
nothing cakewalk now, because like I said, because right after the Jacksonville Jaguars game, then we got to deal with San Francisco and other damn teams. So like I said, it's not a cakewalk, but they have to stay the course. They have to stay the course. They have to be consistent. They have to score in the red zone. We got to get stops.
Ooh, I'm happy, man.
We're
starting to talk about red zone though, so it's encouraging. At least it's definitely encouraging to see just a little bit, like open up that playbook a little bit more. But I'm starting to see where they're trying to go with it offensively, at least. Defense, I'm still in question about it, but I feel like we're gonna probably address that a lot more in this draft coming up.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like you said, and speaking of red zone efficiency, when the last time you seen a Falcon team have this type of red zone damn efficiency?
That's what I'm saying.
Maggie.
So my question with that red zone efficiency, is it really the players, or is it the fact that they're calling plays that are getting these guys? Oh, is it the play calling in the red zone, or is it just the players' mentality that kind of held us back before as far as red zone efficiency?
I mean, I can say, to me, honestly, I say it's coaching, because it's pretty much technically still the same team. You know, it's you know what I'm saying? It's still the same pieces. So I feel like it's a lot to do with play calling.
Right. Yeah, agreed. I agree. I definitely think it's play calling. And the players can execute whatever you call. So the players go out and execute the play. But if you calling these, the last regime had a lot of very telegraphic plays where, it's first and 3 on the 3-yard line. We're gonna come out and twin tight end, 6 offensive linemen, I formation. And we just going, it's like, okay, they either gonna run or play, it's kind of like real, like obvious, like, okay, it wasn't nothing like, as Drake said, it wasn't too sexy,
Yeah, damn sure wasn't too sexy, but that shit was absolute garbage. I ain't even gonna, bro, why the hell is we running jet sweeps in the red zone, motherfucker? We ain't got no goddamn room to do that.
We ain't got nobody with no jets. We need somebody with some jets to do that.
Low Ski said it's absence of dirt.
Thank you, Jesus, in the name of the Holy Lord. No dirt cutter. I'm not religious. I'm not religious, but I'm like, thank you, football guys. No dirt cutter.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Miss Maggie scorching. Yeah, that's why I don't get on here. Y'all be worried about shit. Lord, go ahead.
Hey, Anime, you the eye candy. That's what you here for.
There it is.
You just got some football knowledge behind you, though. There's a difference. You got football knowledge behind you.
You gotta shoot them shots. Gotta shoot shots, fellas.
And that's what keeps you
up in the chat.
But what you got, Tiff?
Tail got some issue. I'm gonna throw you off.
I can't really think of nothing else. I'm throwing you off. I'm sorry. I do got some issues going on right now. But
yeah, that's right. I hear it in the
background. I can't really think of nothing. I mean, we ain't playing this week, so I'll be watching everybody else.
But we appreciate you, Tail, for jumping on. We definitely do. Y'all come on here and jump on. It's probably man. Folks.
Nobody say we so lonely up here, man. We need some more people.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Tail.
I got a question for y'all. I got a question. Since we're not playing this week, go ahead. Since we're not playing this week, are y'all watching any? Y'all got your eyes on any particular college football game? Or y'all got any games y'all watching, whether it's college or pro? You know, anything that y'all looking forward to kind of like, you know, whether it's some prospects, whether it's some players you want on the team, you know, anything like that to kind of get you ready, you know, for your Falcons and who's gonna come help us out, who's gonna make this thing great again.
Yeah, outside of that, like I said, I'm the only Georgia Tech fan in the damn house, so we like I said, ain't too much going on because most of our good players is damn freshmen and sophomores right now, so ain't no prospect coming into
you already know I'm Georgia down, so you know how that is.
already. That's what's
exactly. But like I said, we definitely watch college. We're definitely gonna be watching a lot of this college football stuff, and we're gonna watch a few games. Like I said, you always gotta look for can this guy kind of fit here and stuff? This is what Terry Fontenot do. This is what these coaches do. They look at these games and be like, okay, I got a system here.
Yeah.
This guy might be doing it here.
Yeah, for sure.
So
as far as the NFL, look, I watch it all anyway, but my eyes is really on because you know we got these rivals coming up soon. You know what I'm saying? And damn Tampa Bay.
You mean you mean the Tampa Bay Brady ears? That's what they are.
The referee their ass out, man.
But I ain't gonna hate on them too much. I mean, it is what it is. But goddamn,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I ain't no.
You didn't let me finish. Y'all didn't let me finish. I ain't gonna hate on them too much. But I was gonna say fuck all of them motherfuckers.
That's right. Especially the Saints. The Aints. Especially the Aints.
Oh, we still whooping the Saints ass. I ain't like you said, Jameis Winston is playing okay right now. They think they got the greatest thing going on turf right now. We whooping that Saints ass.
You know what I'm saying? We don't do anything else. If we lost, we beat all of them. I'll be happy. Shoot.
Yeah.
At least beat the Saints.
Exactly.
Exactly. I still think this is a 10-7 team. So I like I said, I'll be the only
10-7.
I still think this is a 10-7.
10-7.
I've been consistent with it all year. So
okay.
So look. So if they don't go 10-7, I'm gonna have pie on my face like a motherfucker. I'm gonna stand on it. I've been standing on it all season.
That's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, all the games are winnable, but they have to play all three phases of the game consistently. Like I say, it just can't be one of those things where, okay, this game, offense playing like shit, but the defense playing well. Then the next game, the offense playing well, but the defense playing like shit. We got to have offense, defense, and special teams playing well. Because to be honest with you, even in that Tampa Bay game, the special teams was absolute dog water.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's my big concern right about now. Them damn special teams. We still over there slim. So
exactly. We sitting here looking like, God damn, can we cover a kickoff after halftime?
Coleman almost took one out to the house on us, man.
Exactly.
That his ass been in Atlanta, he would have lost his damn foot, and he was always slipping and shit.
Antonio Holloway gave us a Braves question here. He's like, do you think our Braves will get past the Dodgers this year?
Yeah.
Inshallah.
Man, I hope so.
Look. I'm about to say Max Fried is not coming out the bullpen, so we definitely have a chance this year. That's the only thing that killed the Braves last year against the Dodgers was bullpen and pitching management.
Yeah.
You can't have Mike Fulton Nevich out here getting blasted for 10 runs in the first inning.
You had a question on Low Ski K-Style since you said 10-7.
What other four are we losing?
Let me get that schedule. I have.
Let me get the schedule because I when I said 10-7, I didn't know exactly what 7 teams we losing to. I just put a number out there.
I got a picture. Hold on.
Oh, let's see.
Help the fans out. Give me a
Exactly.
minute. And y'all come on, jump on this screen.
Yeah, come jump on, bro. Like I said, we don't bite. A lot of people say we bullies around here. We ain't no damn bullies. We just match energy for energy. That's what it is.
I got to pick it up and put it up real quick.
Okay, I got the schedule right here. So we're looking at the other 4 games to lose. I have a feeling we might lose one of these games against the Panthers. I don't know which one. Like I said, that's one. The Buffalo Bills, we might lose that one. It just depends because we're playing in Buffalo in January, and you know how it is up there in Buffalo when it's January. That's gonna be a tough one right there. Let me see. That's 2.
I got. I'm gonna put the picture up now. It's loading now.
I don't know why this Jacksonville game. I don't know why this Jacksonville game worries me. I think this game worries me more than anything. Is the Jacksonville game. I don't know why, but it's like that's just one of those like really trap games that I feel like we might lose.
Mm-hmm. We got too many pictures up on this thing.
Yeah, I know we gotta delete that, and maybe one more might be one. Okay, let's look at it.
All right.
Okay.
See,
I wish we had one of those things where I could put the circles around it on there. So I'd be like, okay, we lose it. This game. Okay, so we got. Okay, I'm gonna have my finger here. So we're gonna lose. I think we're gonna lose one of the Panthers games. I don't know which one of the 2 though. The Jacksonville game worries me a lot. I don't know why it worries me a lot, but it does. It worries me. Buffalo is gonna be tough, especially in January. And one of them Saints games.
No. Flag on the play.
Hey, you can throw a flag on the play. You can throw a flag on. But you know how the Saints are when they playing at home. Them motherfuckers get all the calls.
Nah, whatever, bro. Nah.
Still ain't gonna see.
See, the only reason why I didn't say San Francisco because I got money on that game and we better win that motherfucker. That was gonna be my other one. So
what the fans think? Looking at the schedule, let's see what some of these comments in the chat. Let's see. Tony Wright said the Buffalo Bills have 5 defensive ends, 2 former first rounders, second. You always have a paragraph over there.
Please don't remind me of that. That motherfucking Buffalo Bills picked Mike's favorite player and my favorite player in the same goddamn draft. I said, ain't that about a bitch? Mm-hmm. They got Gregory Rousseau and Boogie Basham in this year's draft.
And they said we're not losing to the 49ers. Oh, hell no, we're not.
Hell no. I got
my damn husband team. My husband team damn 49ers for some reason.
Don't be telling them that you're gonna make us lose our fan base.
No, look, it's a divided house. I'm like, what the hell you like the 49ers?
Everything goddamn divided around here.
He said everything.
We've been letting y'all talk. Let me go ahead and get this thing off the screen. We've been said, come on, Noheem Freedom.
Put the link in there again so these folks.
I don't put it in about 3 or 4, 5, 7.
Put it in again. Anime, put it in again.
Everybody, some reason they can't see the link. We been saying, come on. So we're gonna go ahead and get Jerry though. He's here to join the stream. Let me know you ready, Jerry. We're gonna go ahead and put him on the stream and see what he got to say. How you doing? What you got for us?
What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we good, man.
Yeah, so I appreciate y'all having me on, and I just want to say I appreciate y'all content. Y'all do a really good job. I I do want to say this. When it comes to Calvin Ridley, I still think Calvin Ridley is kind of adjusting. And what I continue to remember is, even though he may not fit in his scheme, Arthur Smith did say that he was going to use the players to the best of their ability. So even though we're saying that Calvin Ridley has to step up, we also have to remember the coaching is still trying to figure out the best way to use the pieces that they have, because these aren't their guys. And his talent is just too much to just say, oh, we're going to trade him off. Now, is it possible they'll trade him? Yeah, it's always possible. Anybody could be traded, but I believe that they're just still trying to figure out the best way to use him, because we know he's not a physical receiver. He's finesse. So give Arthur Smith time. He'll be able to figure out the best way to use all his talent. Same with DMPs. He don't have the guys he would probably be better suited for his defense, but these guys can fit if they can, do what they do as coaches and put them in the best position to succeed.
Right. Yeah, we definitely agree with that. I mean, like I say, it's just that it's a lot of people that's like really shitting on Calvin Ridley, just saying like, okay, yeah, he's washed in his offense. Like I said, it's high. Like I said, I think it's just more, like you said, I think it's just more so the expectations. Remember, Julio's not here no more, so they're looking for Calvin Ridley to step into that Julio role.
Yeah, and that could be a lot of pressure. If you're talking about number one in a team where everybody in the city of Atlanta is trying to keep an eye on it, they already don't want Matt Ryan there. I just kind of feel like it's a lot riding on it, and the coaches have pretty much said, if you thought they were going to tank, you hired the wrong guys. So that tells you that they're trying to win now. So they still have to figure out the best way to use what they have on the roster. Absolutely. And Calvin Ridley is here for another year. So if they did trade him, it may would have to be during they could trade him this year if they did want to trade him, but they did pick up his 5th-year option. So technically he would have another year if they didn't trade him.
Okay. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So I said expectations are just high. Yeah, I mean. Yeah,
that's basically what it is.
Think about it. You being the top person, that's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be a lot to put on you.
Oh yeah. And with Kyle Pitts having a big game, and Cordero Patterson is doing his thing, I do believe that would help Calvin Ridley, so it won't actually be like, oh, we are waiting on him to be Julio Jones. He's not Julio Jones. He's Calvin Ridley. So like I say, he's not a physical guy. True. And Arthur Smith offense typically does feature that, but he said he was going to use these players to the best of their ability. So I don't expect him to come in and say, hey, we're going to use all these receivers like I used the previous guys at the previous team. We're going to have to adjust accordingly. And that's probably why the offense was getting a slow start, because they're still trying to figure out what they have on this team and how they can use them better.
And I feel like each game we're getting a bit of pieces of what this offense is starting to become. Just a little bit, like you said, open up that playbook just a little bit more. I think we're going to see a lot there. I say midway. I think we're going to have an idea of the concept of where we're going offensively. Now, defense, I'm still kind of shaky about that. But go ahead, K-Styles.
Oh, I was going to ask Jerry this question. So do you think it's really more so of these guys trying to be okay? I'm going to say it like this. Do you think it's really the expectations of people like looking at these players, looking at, okay, you got to be the next such and such, or you got to be the next Julio Jones, you got to be Patrick Mahomes, or you got to be Saquon Barkley? Do you think that those type of expectations is kind of what takes a toll on a guy like a Calvin Ridley?
I truly do believe that. I believe that, and y'all even said it before. When they brought Michael Vick to Atlanta, how everybody felt about Michael Vick, and could it have been the worst thing that for the city because they had such a dynamic guy? Now, if some of these people want Michael Vick back, and Matt Ryan is actually a really good quarterback. But he's Matt Ryan. He's not meant to be Michael Vick. Every player is good for what they do. So you got Julio Jones, who was a generational talent, performing, making these awesome catches and pulling people, you know, pulling the ball out their hand while they're in the air, catch them at the highest point, doing things of that sort. And it's like, okay, now we got Calvin Ridley, who his ability to run routes and stuff like that. So we're holding him to that standard. And like I say, yeah, the drop passes, he has to get better on that. But I think mentally that can affect you, and it can affect your performance in general, because Calvin Ridley was making those catches last season easily. He wasn't dropping a lot of them. He dropped a few, but he wasn't dropping them like this. So that tells me that it's got to be the pressure. And him missing the game could be anything, but it could be just, like you say, mental. You know, it's kind of one of them things where he needed a break. It could be, you know, something where they told him, look, you know what I'm saying? You're probably going to have to just think about this, because we want you to be your best when you come back. So if they have this guy at his best when he returned, and you see what they did last game against the Jets, who, as I understand it, was a top 13 defense, as I understood. So, you know, even though the offense, you know, isn't great, their defense wasn't scrubs. So the fact that they were able to still move the ball against these guys tell you that this offense still has a lot of potential. It's just taking time to build that chemistry. And then once Ridley is comfortable to at least be what he needs to be. And, you know, we keep saying number one receiver. Honestly, we're calling it the number one receiver, but they're expecting these guys to step up and play their role. You know, being the leader don't necessarily mean you have to be the number one receiver.
Absolutely.
Right. That's very
Absolutely. True. I believe in having a lot more. You can't just have one go-to guy. You got to have a lot of people that we can depend on. And go ahead with your question.
Oh no, I was gonna ask him, with your comments with Matt Ryan and Julio and their performance since they've been here being very true. Do you think that maybe has made our fan base and people around the organization spoiled, where the last 14 years we've been accustomed to being a competitive team, or having a quarterback that performs above, you know, one of the top 7 quarterbacks in the league, maybe, you know what I mean? Wide receiver is one of the best wide receivers in the league for the, you know, having that gluttony of talent and performance just consistently, and it makes it look easy. Do you think maybe that's that maybe we're spoiled? Maybe we just expect, you know, that's what we expect now. We got our nose turned up, you know? Yeah,
we're looking at our previous the standard that those guys set, and now that's what we're expecting from, you know, newer guys to go be coming in. So if we don't watch that, and when they do bring in, you know, they start building the team from the trenches, as K-Style said, and when they start bringing in this young quarterback, you're gonna be very disappointed, because it's gonna take them some time to adjust. You know, it's rare you see them. Every so often you'll have a guy like, you know, Justin Herbert. You know, he came in, did his thing, but they still wasn't winning games. You get what I'm saying? Like, he was performing well, but they were losing. And I think the thing is, people want to win. You know, they look at the Super Bowl. It hurts. It hurt all of us. You know, it hurt my feelings too. And everybody was angry about it. Then we started blowing leads and stuff. And I think that's what made people so frustrated to say, well, Matt Ryan can't win games. And it's like, well, this is a team sport, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is not no one quarterback. Yeah, a quarterback get a lot of credit for a lot of things, but at the end of the day, this is a team sport, whether it's coaching, whether it's players or whatever. And like you say, we've been so spoiled with having generational talent and the chemistry of him and Matt Ryan, to the point to where now we're expecting the same thing with Calvin Ridley, or we're expecting the same thing with Mike Davis, you know, to be able to do what Kevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman did when they were, you know, a good duo. And it's like, it's going to take some time. These guys, it's their first season together. It's the first season without certain players. It's going to take some time to adjust.
Agreed.
And we got somebody in the back. Let me go ahead and get this other extra guest on, since he, you know, everybody's starting to get a little bold. If you don't mind, Jay, I'm going to go ahead and get I don't want to mispronounce his name, and then in case I know you had something to say. So, how you doing? Oh, you can actually hang tight if you want to hang on, because we not full tonight. So, if you want to hang tight, or if you definitely want to disconnect, you're welcome to do that. But I want to get to our next guest as well. And who you got? I see he's muted though.
Martin.
Hey, y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. How you doing?
What's good? Good. How are you guys?
Doing fine. What you got for us?
Nothing. I just want to continue on that point, about how Ridley being the top guy and everything. That's just the name that we give it. And Arthur Smith is new to this team still. And to see what we can do with other people, other talent, because we had Gage and we had Ridley out. And that opportunity that we had to show Arthur Smith that we had other talent. We had a Zacchaeus who can make crucial third down conversions. We had a Tajay who can make good plays when he needs to, and we had top target in the game, obviously Kyle Pitts, to see and to show Arthur Smith, the guy that I don't know if you guys remember him saying, "I want my top guys out there. I want my top guys out there." These are his top guys. We can see what he can do with a Gage, with a Tajay or a Zacchaeus, even a Cordell Patterson. We have generational talent on this team. And it's such a good opportunity to see what we could do without our top two receivers out of the game. Such a good opportunity. And obviously, you wish nobody gets injured or is out. I don't know what's Ridley's thing, his personal problems or whatever has been going on, but it was a good opportunity. It was a good milestone for us to see that we can move on and we can have other playmakers on this team.
I like that. I like that take.
Yeah. For sure.
Margin. So my question would be for you is, what do you feel like it would take for this stretch of games that we're going out to? What do you think that it will take for us to keep that consistency going on for these next 3 or 4 games, so where we can get back on that right track?
Honestly, man, I would say just reps, man. Give it to your best players. Give everybody a shot. Okay. If Ridley's consistently out there dropping balls, throw in Zacchaeus, see what he can do. I'm not saying Zacchaeus better. We know Ridley's elite, but Zacchaeus was making some top plays. I feel like consistency in giving our other guys a shot, because Arthur Smith did say that he wants his best guys out there, and just because your name's Calvin Ridley doesn't mean you're the best.
Okay. Right, because we've seen like I said, we've seen receivers that were considered I ain't even gonna say receiver. We've seen players that were considered great in their positions, but then when it came to different schemes or they go to different teams, and it's now all of a sudden that same guy that you he did good here. He ain't shit here.
Yeah.
That's why they call it a team sport. Everybody, we're one person's weak. The other, somebody else has a strength, and you put it together and put a product on the field.
Yeah. I think what the issue is that a lot of people don't realize that a lot of these players that come into this league, no matter what position they are, outside of kickers and punters and long snappers, are system guys. You got to fit a system.
Yeah.
Could I will use an example? And I got this question earlier about Patrick Mahomes and the Falcons. Would you really trust Dirk Cutter with Patrick Mahomes?
Man, he burned Patrick Mahomes out before he even gets to his first 4 years, throwing the ball deep every play.
Would you trust Would you trust Lamar Jackson with Dirk Cutter? You see what he did with Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Odell Beckham Jr. Yeah, I had to throw his name in there because everybody said Cleveland was gonna be one of these up and coming teams with OBJ on the team, and you got Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt back there, and ain't nobody catching no passes like that.
Yeah, that's true. And they already talking about trading him. So
I'm gonna pose another question to y'all. Some little thought provoking. So since everybody talking about receiver, that's been the topic of the discussion tonight for the most part, number one receiver. We, for the past 12 years, about 11, 12 years, we've had one of the best, arguably the best wide receiver in the game. And what have we won? What do we have to show for it? What do we have to show for having one of the best receivers in the game? So that is okay, why does it matter if really may not be a number one or may not be performing as we want? Why should we go get OBJ? Why should we keep adding to that when obviously, even like the Patriots, which K Styles alluded to earlier, they won. Actually, I think it was Maggie. My bad, catched out. But either way, the Patriots won with a plethora of receivers. They had people that was dinking and dunking too. They had it was orchestrated. They had a deep man. They had somebody to take the top off the defense. They had a possession receiver. They had somebody for different. They had different strengths, and they all worked together in unison and made the offensive system work. And so, at the end of the day, I think we got to put our resources somewhere, whether it's on defense, the trenches on deep, wherever we put them. But I think receiver is, as long as we get some people that's competent and they have a niche, whatever their niche is, and they can fulfill that role, that's all we really need. I don't think we need somebody to check every box. We had that, and look, what did they get us?
Yeah.
I gotta hit that up. But he asked a damn good question. Okay, so when we look at top receivers of all time,
yeah,
who I'm just put this in perspective. Who is y'all top 5 receivers of all time?
Gotta go Randy Moss, Jerry. Ooh.
Let's see, you put T.O. up there. You got Tim Brown. You got. See,
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. But basically, what Marquise is saying is the wide receiver position is such a dependent position. Remember, the wide receiver can't do shit if the quarterback ain't throwing him the ball.
Right.
Yeah, that does matter. Yep.
So does it really matter if you have that generational wide receiver when you could put your money toward, and this is the Patriots model. I'm gonna use the Patriots model here. This is what they've been doing for 20 years. What they normally do is they build their trenches up on both sides of the ball. You want wide receivers that can, like he just said, like Marquise just said, that fit a role. You got your deep threat. You got your possession receiver. You got your guy that can read, that can exploit zones. Boom, 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 boom. You got your running back that can catch pass out the backfield. You got your running back that can get you 3 yards. But the main consistent thing that they always had was they made sure those trenches was taken care of.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because if the quarterback can't, have any time to look downfield, then you're one-dimensional now. All you can do is run the ball.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the teams know what you're going to do, so they're going to stack the line.
Yep.
Right.
And that's something that everybody knew about the Falcons. They already knew what we was coming with.
And look what Marquise Chicheri said right here. Rice, Moss, T.O., Fitzgerald, Julio Jones. What's the common denominator out of those 5 right there? Jerry Rice, the only one that got a ring.
True. That's it.
And it ain't looking too good for Julio right about now. He can't even stay on the field.
Yeah, I wasn't ready to say that his career was going down yet, declining. And after seeing that he's been hurt a lot, I think it's the same injury. I think it's still hamstring related.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of got me wondering if at this point maybe he's maybe a guy that they can use occasionally, like maybe if they need a first down or something like that. Because he's hurt a lot, and it's kind of like the cost and everything with him. You're not going to get no value out of that, and they took the cap space on that. So it's like, will they be able to get to the playoffs if their receivers out? Then the other receivers hurt too. I think AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's an issue for them. But on our end, I kind of feel like our receivers are good. They make plays when they need to. Yeah, they've had some drop passes and stuff. This team is still trying to, adjust to the role that they're playing under a new regime. And like he was saying, true, whenever they're not having their best game, you could always just, give someone else, Darby or, any of those younger guys in and give them a chance. Maybe they'll have a great game,
Yeah,
so I kind of give them the reps if the other receivers that's not having their best game. And it's not to hurt their confidence. You still play them throughout the game. It's just that, you start kind of lowering the reps and giving more to the other players to kind of take the pressure off.
And you got to look at the wear and tear of a wide receiver as well. Kind of look at Julio. Let's go right back to that. really it can be physically tasking on wide receivers, honestly, because they are everybody's, they want that big wide receiver,
Yeah.
they want, it's so it's like, I don't know, like you said, kind of use Julio here and there, and it might be the same, for Ridley. It was like, let's not make it where he's double teamed and everything else. It needs to be where we utilize all the guys that we got right about now, and just to kind of even it on out. Let's see. And Mark, let's see what else we got. I'm gonna look at some of these chats because we getting ready to go ahead and close it out. What you think, K Styles?
Yeah, might well go ahead and close it out. Like I said, this has actually been a very good show today.
Sure.
I was surprisingly the 0 and 17.
Because Maggie's here.
No, that's because the 0 and 17 crowd ain't show up today, which I was very shocked about that.
He said,
I can't believe they thought we'd be 0 and 17. I mean, with the talent we have on this team, and we talked about it last season, even with Dirk Cutter, you say we only won 4 games, man. Most people would have looked at, how we played throughout that season, throwing the ball as much as we did and stuff, and say, I don't even know how you even won 4 games. The team was strictly one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? So, So the team is definitely talented, and we blew those leads in a lot of those games. So I feel like this team is talented enough to at least compete for a seed. It just I ain't gonna sit up here and say they're going, but I just know that they have the talent, and then with the coaching, if things are able to be on point with the chemistry and stuff like that, I think they have a chance to compete.
And I'm gonna add to what you have to say about that. Like last season, when Raheem kind of took over, we saw a little bit of potential then, I can say. Of course, I don't think he was ready to be a head coach of us, but I felt that we were starting to see something different up on the Raheem Morris. So
yeah,
give the team a little bit more time. We're gonna get a couple of more wins on our belt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we're going into a right place. Oh, we got a little super chat. Let's go ahead and get that before we roll on out. Tony Hall, $5. What Atlanta-based sports franchise other than Atlanta United would be the next to win a championship, in your opinion? The Hawks?
That's what it's looking like. It's possibly the Hawks, because they ain't too far away.
Yeah, and Trey we trust.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, look, the Braves right now.
Right.
Well, we got to get these Dodgers, though.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, look, I'm about to say, when we talking about that Hawks team, bro, I'm going to say it right now, boy. Gory Dang is going to be a big piece of this team, bro. I don't realize it.
And then with the Hawks, too, you got to think about it. Nate McMillan didn't have this team at the beginning of the season either, where he was able to practice with them. Now, my only concern is we do got some injuries right about now. I'm not too concerned with it because Nate McMillan knew how to maneuver through that entirely. Like, he didn't just throw them out there just to get hurt. He knew how to utilize his bench and everything. So I feel like Nate McMillan will get this team right. So I think we're gonna get right on back there. I think Atlanta gonna be worrying about Atlanta. Everybody gonna be looking at Atlanta for the next few years with these young team at that. We are a young squad with Atlanta Hawks.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we only gonna just get better.
Right.
We got opportunity to be championship city. The Braves can pull this out. Bulldogs can pull it out. Hawks. Who knows? We could be championship city.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta United. We got some talent in the A and GA.
Boy. And like I said, with Coach Pineda with Atlanta United and the way that he's coaching this team and letting this team allow them to actually be the Atlanta United that we're used to seeing, with it being attacking wise, is actually good for the city, because Frank DeBoer, I don't know what the fuck that was. That was that motherfucker trying to bring in this European defensive style of soccer that was absolute trash for this team. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
And shout out to Big Low. Thank you. Appreciate that. Good thought-provoking conversation. We appreciate you tuning in. Y'all go ahead and give them a subscribe as well. Big Low Country as well. Oh, and the Bulldogs, you know what? Didn't we just lose somebody, though? Somebody just got injured or something. What happened?
I think y'all lost one of y'all corners or something like that. I think it was a corner.
Okay, I got to go back and look. I didn't see it all. I saw the broadcast, but I've been working today, so I didn't get a chance to see.
Right.
But
Mm.
let's see what we got. I'm a Bucks fan, but I'm a big fan of Cam Reddish. I got him on my team on 2K. My career, he's a beast. Oh yeah,
I'm a Cam Reddish. I tell you, I'm a
big
Cam Reddish fan,
fan.
bro. I'm still a Cam Reddish fan, even when he got drafted. But I'm still a Cam fan, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Hey, and also, I want to make this announcement. From what it looks like, I finally done hit the 500 mark.
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead,
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Now, hopefully, this is a 500 that's going to last until next week and not diminish as soon as this damn live goes off.
I don't think it will diminish now. Yeah, like I say, y'all do a great job. So you're getting a lot of followers.
I definitely appreciate it, man. Like I said, if it wasn't for these folk, my goofy ass wouldn't even be on here. I just gonna say that now.
And Antonio Holloway, I'm glad you brought that up. The next meet and greet, we had to postpone it because the restaurant I was partnering with, it didn't work out. So of course we're gonna work on that towards the mid-season. Look for some other ideas, but right now the original location, we are postponing that for another time. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that as well. So we'll give y'all some updates on that as we go along. But right now, that location, we decided to move it to somewhere else. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get y'all final thoughts. Then we go ahead and close it out. Let's start with the guest of the show. We got Jerry. What you got? Just end it on. If you want to promote yourself, whatever else you're doing, this is the time for you to speak your last piece.
I don't have any content or anything like that, but I just want to say that I'm actually very excited about this season. I feel like Atlanta is actually trending in the right direction. If you compare it to our previous 3 seasons, you have to believe that this team is actually accomplishing something. And it's going to take some time. Players are going to, make mistakes as they're learning the system. But we have to support the team at the end of the day. We have to support the regime. We have to be on board for whatever they know because they're professionals, and we just have our opinions as fans, but we're going to support them. That's all I have.
All right. That's right. And you're welcome to come on back next week. And what you got? How do you pronounce your name? Marquis? Or is it Margie?
Yeah, you guys. Margie. Okay.
Yeah. What's your last thoughts?
Nothing. So I've been heavy looking into football and actually getting into the depth of it for the last year or two. And I just want to say, I appreciate y'all. I learned so much from, coming on your stream and finally being able to actually, say something. And, I just appreciate it. And one more thing is I don't hear anybody sleeping on Jalen Mayfield anymore. Wrapping to that.
He's been playing better. He's been getting better and better as the season go by. And like I say, he I don't see them taking him out and putting Andrews in because you got a young player that's getting his reps and is giving him that experience that's going to help him down the road. Why even switch him out?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what happened to it.
And I'd like you to mention that. I feel like, we was looking at Arthur Smith coming in the A1. Everybody finna just be A1. I felt like that's why I wasn't panic about Mayfield either. It's like, give these team players a time to adjust right about now. So I think going into this bye and coming, having a little momentum like we got right about now, I think we're going to see a lot more from a lot. Because even like I said, going back to Raheem Morris, we were starting to see more players getting a little bit more time. And I feel like we're going to see a lot more people like, okay, who, what, they're going to open up that playbook a lot more. And I think we're going to see a few more surprises coming up, y'all. So just to be on the lookout. I'm excited to see how this gels together more towards the end of this season.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think going forward as well, I definitely think we're gonna really see the identity of the Falcons coming up after this bye. They're gonna take this time out. They should take this time out to probably, go in, recalibrate, work on some things. Probably, as we talked about, say, okay, maybe we've been trying to play you in this scheme or play you in this type of role. Maybe that's not suited to your strengths. We might go in and change some things and make it more suitable to the players so we can get yield better results and consistent results. So Just just be patient, keep your patience, and it's gonna shake out. It's gonna work out. You know, football Saturday. Tomorrow I'm gonna watch Cincinnati since y'all been talking about this Ridley cat. We're gonna see what the hype about. Watch Cincinnati, UCF. Definitely gonna watch the Bulldogs play. See my big boy up front, who's gonna be our first round pick next year. So
Hold on, hope.
speak it into fruition. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to manifest something.
Right. That's all we can look forward to.
That's it. But y'all be blessed, man. I definitely enjoy it. Always a pleasure.
That's right.
Definitely appreciate it. Hey. Like I said, appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Like I said, appreciate Margie. I appreciate Jerry, Marquise for showing up. Also, Maurice earlier as well. Tell Sports and Gaming for showing up. Like I said, giving this conversation. Like I said, this is just one of those things that we definitely encourage as far as conversation. But it's always about the respect factor behind it, too. We got to respect each other. And we don't have to put down each other's opinions. Like I said, everybody doesn't have to be right. Everybody doesn't have to be wrong. But at the end of the day, just like I said, you just got to come with the same respect. What they always say, do unto others as they have done unto you. You come in here with the bullshit, we going to give you bullshit. But definitely, like I said, appreciate the fans, the people in the chat tonight. Like I said, y'all make sure y'all continue to support Atlanta Falcon Nation, your boy 6-Man K Styles, Miss Maggie T, Sultry Seconds. I'm going to be on there cutting up a damn fool over there too. And like I said, we just like having fun, man. This is what it's all about. This is what Friday Night Madness is about. This is just about the conversation. It's about fun. It's about getting the mental right. See what everybody is thinking, because at the end of the day, we all football fans.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
On that note, let's go ahead and give y'all Friday night back. You know what I'm saying? Red Clay Sports is not tomorrow. They're taking a hiatus. Everybody is, it's the bye week. So, you already know everybody's taking a little vacation. So we'll be back full and next Saturday. But and of course Sunday we don't have no post game. So y'all probably won't see us unless there's some breaking news, because right now they're still trying out players and everything, trying to address this secondary at this point and make some additional moves in this bye week. So, of course, if we have some news and updates, we'll come out with you. But other than that, that's all we got, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And appreciate you guys tuning in. Like you said, hit up Atlanta Falcons Nation, get us a subscribe so we can get to 2K. We almost there. We at 1,800 right about now. We appreciate you guys, as well as Miss Maggie T, MS Maggie T. I'm at 600 at this point. I've been kind of off and on lately, but I'm back in full effect right about now. So appreciate y'all. And we out, people. Let's go. Peace.